New York Mets combined for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 4-1. Garrett Cooper had a total of 3 RBIs on the day as the Marlins grabbed one from the Cubs 5-4. Zach Greinke earned win number 7 this season as the Stros defeated Cincinnati 6-2. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Milwaukee
There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the LA Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Number 92 makes his big league debut right after this. Cabrera gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season. And I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that. And hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch outs that begin the ball game. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. D-Row, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish, and a fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
Arenado in foul ground, and that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. Julio Urias will be on the mound for the boys in blue. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy. So whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Here's the first pitch to him. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Nero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is starting to really come together. They won last night. They're playing really nice. I expect much more of the same today.
This one's down to third. Turner has it. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. Well, it certainly was a bang-bang play, so no surprise here that they're giving it another look, and they may decide to challenge the call on the field.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout, but here's another look at it. Wow, tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
Now an indication from the dugout is that they will not challenge the call on the field, so the runner is indeed out. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. A diving effort as it's off his glove. It will not be in time at first. A good effort that time, but not enough to prevent them from getting a one-out base runner. Digging in now, Paul DeYoung. Here comes the first pitch. Runners on the move for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Offline throw, but they still got him. Good job of getting the tag down there.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second with the steal, but it didn't work out.
Hit on the ground to third. Turner's got it. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. It's down quietly. Still no score. Second inning coming up in St. Louis, and with a little bit more on the weather forecast, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Let's hope, Heidi, for all of our sake, that Mother Nature takes that front and passes it through without an incident.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
Cabrera has definitely caught the fan base's eye during his time in the minors. There's some real electricity in the air as he makes his major league debut in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, Matt, this guy wasn't really the most highly touted prospect coming up through the minor league system, but one of the things he does, he throws strikes, and if he continues to pitch like he did in the minor leagues here at the big league level, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to stay here and pitch very competitive baseball.
Cabrera is making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
Boy, you said that right, Matty. And I think the minor league players that get called up today, they're so much more experienced than they were, say, 10 or 15 years ago with all these games, the futures games, and these minor league all-star games and showcase games. These guys are exposed to a lot more at an early age, and I would be surprised if he pitches really well in this one.
They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. Bellinger, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
The first pitch down the first baseline, fielded by Goldschmidt. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for LA. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Leading off,
here's Nolan Arenado. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. A ball and a strike.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's take a look at A.J. Pollock. This guy is dynamic from both sides of the baseball. Steals bags, hits for power, but his signature is on defense. His ability to run balls down in the gap and play an unbelievable center field.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Batting fifth.
Digging in, Yadier Molina. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Molina, who goes just by Yadi most of the time. This is the first year of his new 4-year contract. The 0-1. Liner toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
First delivery to him on the way. Popped him up. Muncy has got it, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here. Next for the Dodgers, A.J. Pollock. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Left fielder, number 11, A.J. Pollock.
And the liner foul into the seats down the right side.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
The lineup top to bottom looks like they have no approach or game plan whatsoever. It's like they're deciding to swing before the pitch is even coming out of the pitcher's hand.
This ball's hit a ton out to center field. Bader going back to the track, onto the grass hill, and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Into the box now, Julio Urias. As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Bader on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Here's Mookie Betts.
The right fielder, Mookie Betts.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 to the Dodgers leadoff man. Betts, a native of Tennessee. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Man, they already hit 1 home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
Into the box, Max Muncy, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Betts at second with 2 down. Popped up. Goldschmidt is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. But the Dodgers are on the board first thanks to this. Leading off the inning, Dylan Carlson.
Play ball. The left fielder, Dylan Carlson.
So stepping in, number 19. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Slow roller down the... And this is going to wind up hitting the bag at third. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
Standing in, Paul Goldschmidt, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. The relay throw, scrambling back to third. He's in there as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
He was not messing around in that at bat. Looking for a first pitch fastball all the way, and that's exactly what he got. Nice job to rip it down the line and driving a run at the same time. He'll feel good about that one.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeJong. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a swing. Oh, and look out over in the third base dugout as that thing nearly took out half the coaching staff. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Line drive to left. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home the runner from third to make this a 2-1 ball game.
Boy, this one looked like he was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike one. And he misses with it. 1-1. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. From the stretch, the 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. The set and the 1-2 to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Goldschmidt on third with 2 out. Hit in the air to right field. On the move is Betts. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Stepping up now, Cody Bellinger, as we begin the top of the 4th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Cody Bellinger.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Bellinger is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base.
One gone now in the Dodger 4th. And up next, the former All-Star shortstop, Corey Seager. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. And it's 1-2. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time today.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach now finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Digging in, Will Smith. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Strike 1 to start the at bat. The 0-1 delivery. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Heading out towards shallow right. Coming in is O'Neill. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. The 2-0. 3-0 now. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And he goes after the slurve, 3-0, but misses for the first strike.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
And this is foul tipped, so that runs the count full now at 3-2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More ahead. The next to bat for St. Louis.
Leading off for St. Louis, the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Back to the top of the order now. And up next, one of the terrific talents in the game, Mookie Betts. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball one. Pollock leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And he fouls this one off. Now the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and that liner caught him. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher. And that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Digging in once again, Max Muncy, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First delivery to him on the way. Strike taken up in the zone. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute to hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Standing in now, Justin Turner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Can't catch the corner away with the fastball. It's 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Here's the 2-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon. Now in the box.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the second baseman, number 19. Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Dodgers, number 50, Andrew Cole. Now pitching for
Mookie Betts. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Giovanni Gallegos has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a high fastball that's fouled off to the right of the catcher here for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
The 0-2 delivery. And a swing and a miss there on a late-breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff men on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job.
play ball 3.
Now at the plate, Cody Bellinger. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
2 balls and no strikes. The count to the Dodgers center fielder. Turner leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Slider taken for a called strike. 2-1.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually a quality take.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
2-2.
Full count to Bellinger. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Dodgers leave 1. They still trail it here 2-1. Number 16 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Now pitching for Los Angeles.
Stepping into the box, 16. Paul DeJong. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Bellinger's under it. Makes the play. 1 away.
The batter.
So striding forward now, Nolan Arenado. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bellinger's under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Now to the plate, Tyler O'Neill. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First delivery to him on the way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
To 1-2 now. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. 2-3 go the Cardinals as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
the shortstop.
Into the box, Corey Seager. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Alex Reyes comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Here's the first pitch to him. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Bader is in pursuit, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first inning. Into the box now, Will Smith. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
Behind 0-2 now.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. The Dodgers down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Redbirds led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Cabrera earns his first win of the season, striking out 12 in the process. Julio Urias pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Alex Reyes hammers down the save, his second. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 39 minutes.